Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 42 of Europa Universalis IV. We did have a little bit of a skirmish with some of the European powers, and I managed to take a fair bit of land. Some of it I actually annexed straight away, just a couple of provinces, and I made a couple of people my vassals. That makes life a little bit more difficult because an awful lot of Germany and Eastern Europe have coalitioned against me, which I did expect, to be honest, although maybe not quite as much as there is there. Now, luckily, we have, well, we're almost full defensive, so we will actually be quite strong if we are attacked. And also we do still have the Commonwealth on our side as an ally. So if the coalition does declare war against us, then they will be fighting against the Commonwealth as well. So we're currently involved in a little bit of a war over here. It's mostly a war that was already going on with one of the nations that we took over. I am slightly over my diplomatic relations at the moment, only by one. Let's go to the Hesse and start working on improving our relations here. So who is the current leader of the Holy Roman Empire these days? Who are you? Bohemia. Bohemia is the current leader of the empire. That's fine. But we'll eat up little bits of Europe. What I decided I was going to do when I started this Let's Play is I really didn't want to do... free money. I really didn't want to do too much expansion into the HRE because the coalitions become quite unmanageable later on unless you're a really big stompy superpower. But we're going to do the best that we can as long as we can stay relatively friendly with the Commonwealth and the Commonwealth don't get completely and utterly demolished. Then that should be enough to keep the coalition off our backs. Not only that, they will start to ease from the coalition after a while. In fact, if we just go back to the coalition map mode, just while we're actually... so many things to do at once. We have another self-sustaining colony. That is fantastic. Let's move you to the Grain Coast, and we are going to send the colonists there. That's great. Now let's head back up in this direction, and we'll go and look at the coalition map mode. And I'm obviously clicked on the wrong place, so that's why I can't see the coalition. What's the aggressive expansion? 69 in Bavaria. 108 in Würzburg. 108 in Munster. 73. Yeah, that's quite a lot of aggressive expansion. That's more than I tallied it up to in my head. Okay. Not too sure why it's so much. I guess I did full annex 2 nations and forcefully vassalize 2. Peace offer from Frankfurt. We'll go ahead and accept that because we don't actually want to be in this war. Let's go ahead and just go to the normal map mode. You guys, it's just Frankfurt that actually want to peace out. Can we peace out of this whole thing? And just take your money. We'll just take your money. Get war reparations from you, possibly. War reparations. We could force religion. Doesn't give us any... Well, we wouldn't accept it anyway. Okay, war reparations and money, I guess, is enough. So we'll go ahead and send the demands there. And that'll be that war over. That's fine. For once, we're actually at peace. You can move back home. Of course, instantly we are getting an unlawful territory demand from Bohemia. They can go and do stuff to themselves because obviously we didn't take that stuff to give it back. Of course, that's going to upset them a little bit more and may well make them attack. Hopefully it won't. What do we like on... We can still have a few more troops, but I think we're okay for the time being. We'll let our manpower recover a little bit. We do have a mission to increase the size of our navy. One thing I do want to do is bring the trade fleet back because they are going to need to be repaired. So let's bring back the trade fleet and we'll do that. We also want to get ourselves some more ships. I think we need to have, I'd say probably at least 20 heavies. Even if we're going to mothball them for a while, we will need to deal with England at some point, or Great Britain, mainly because we've dug a little bit too deeply into the HRE, and that's going to be dangerous. So we're currently at 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and they will take a long time. So we will build... well, there's a couple here that are quite slow as well, so we'll just build 20 there then. Probably some that I should build a lot of docks and things. I'm not going to build any of the docks just yet, because the problem with building the docks now will be that it'll just be a lot more expensive. It'll also increase my naval force limit, which means it'll be even harder to complete the quest. So, one navy. How much will it cost to upgrade all of these? 1,209. Can't afford to do it. So what we'll do, we will split you guys in half. One half of you can go and protect trade in... Well, where would be better? North Sea... Lubeck definitely seems to be the most profitable. Bear in mind, of course, we are currently overextended, so that is causing some issue there. We'll let you guys go. We'll grab the other half, and we will upgrade you. 604 gold, we can afford that. We definitely need to try and upgrade some of our buildings. Maybe we should also think about getting some of the defensive buildings as well. Truce with Mali has ended. Truce with Nupe has ended. That's fine. Yeah, maybe we want to start looking at getting we should have earthen ramparts everywhere. Star forts we don't have everywhere. We really want to start thinking about getting these. Now, they do cost military power, but they do give us more supply limit. They do give the higher fort level as well, which makes these places harder to take, especially the ones in the mountains. It's really good for that. All of the ones, right, we're out of money, so we can't do any more, but that is definitely something that we need to do. We also want to keep trying to crank up our force limit as much as we can. We've managed to convert a couple more religions. There's not an awful lot else we can do religious conversion-wise. Ghent has been converted. That is fantastic. Oh, looks like we do have another one that we can do. So we are still working on the overextension. 52% overextended. There's a chance of some rebels popping up. You guys mainly from Ghent. Because I don't actually have anybody over in there. Let's go and drop you guys over in Ghent. Let's also go and suck up to Hainaut as well, because they are our vassal. So let's go and improve relations with you guys. I think the rest of these things... Oh, they might fight. Independence for Alsace, of course. Let's go and drop you on there as well. That'll slow that down a little. Where else could we flip? Normandy. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll need to put some troops over in Normandy as well. Hopefully we're not going to end up with too much trouble from rebels now. Savoy's coalition does. The coalition is just growing and growing. I came into this screen for a particular reason. There was something I was going to look at, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, okay, the king has died. Right, let's deal with... one thing at a time. First of all, colony has become self-sustaining. Okay, so let's get rid of all of this stuff here. We are going to move you down to there, and you are going to have the colonist. So, there is a new heir to the throne. He's a 134. Total of 8. That is not great. But our new king, 343, is actually not bad either. Does give us a stability drop. We could go ahead and increase that, though it would probably be expensive because we are overextended. Let's go ahead and have a look. 128. We can afford to do it. National unrest is 2.53, and I definitely want that to be less, so let's go ahead and do that. Mostly this is caused by the overextension and the war exhaustion. Let's go and spend some of the Diplo power and reduce the war exhaustion. That gets rid of the national unrest, which will help us a great deal. We have a new king. We are still military focused. I guess we can stay that way for now. It's never too bad to be military focused as France. But we will leave it at that. I'm going to keep my eye on royal marriage from Portugal. Of course, all these royal marriages will have ended. From the Commonwealth. Yep, fantastic. So I definitely need to keep my eye on a few things. Apparently I've got some black flagged troops over here. Oh, you're still over there. Okay, let's get you back home. And still over our diplomatic relations. Who don't we have a royal marriage with? Hainaut we don't have a royal marriage with. You are a duchy, so we can't. The Commonwealth we have a royal marriage. Brandenburg we don't have a royal marriage with anymore. Where is Brandenburg? We want a royal marriage with you. We're also going to try sucking up to them as well, because we do want to keep them happy. Who else do we have? Hesse, you are a duchy, so we can't get a royal marriage with you. Switzerland, Navarra, Portugal, Brabant are in a personal union with Hainaut, is a duchy. Switzerland, I think, is a republic. Administrative republic, yeah. And who else did we say was there? Navarra, we've got. Switzerland. Yep, so that's all we can do as far as they go. I want to keep sucking up to Brandenburg, as I said. The aggressive expansion and the unlawful territory gives us a big hit against them, which I don't want us to have. I wonder how much of a difference it made with the Commonwealth. Actually, the Commonwealth still really likes me. I've only got a little bit of aggressive expansion with them. They don't really care. So as long as we keep them on side, we should be okay for a while. As long as they're willing to come in and help us in a defensive war, we can invest in a new idea, which is going to be a military tech. And that is, we are now sort of 7 years ahead, so we should definitely go and do that. We've finished defensive ideas, so this will give us plus 10 infantry combat ability, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and unpause things. So we're not doing too bad. Legitimacy could be a little bit better. We're currently upgrading our trade fleet as well. So we've not got quite as much money coming in per month as we would normally have, because half of the fleet is sat in Normandy being outfitted. We've got 4 diplomats. All 4 of them are being used currently, but hopefully all to good effect. You are improving relations in Brabant. I don't really know why. I don't think you need to. Rebel uprising. And again, this is probably caused mainly because of the overextension. Yeah, because we do have more national unrest against now. Mostly because of the legitimacy. The overextension isn't helping. How far away are we from that overextension? 4th of October, we're only a year away from the overextension going away, and most of these things aren't going to fire for at least a couple of years. So once the overextension goes away, we should, hopefully, be okay. We've still got these claims over here against Austria. Now, normally I'd think, okay, let's just go ahead and jump on them. But given how much aggressive expansion we've got, and there is a coalition that includes Austria, going up against them might not be a good idea. This big ribbon of flags here is the coalition against us. We've got Augsburg, we've got Bavaria, we've got Bohemia, we've got Brunswick, Austria, Saxe-Lauenburg, we've got Münster, we've got Saxony, Würzburg, Milan, and Savoy, all in the coalition against us. And, you know, that's just for now. More people that we have truces against may decide that they want to pick a fight with us later on down the line. Let's save up the money a little bit so we can finish the fleet. It looks like the trade fleet has actually finished repairing. So you guys go ahead and protect trade in Lubeck. And bear in mind, as I said before, because of the overextension, we're not actually getting the... Because of the overextension, we're not actually getting our full trade power. We've done all the improving of relations that we can do with Brandenburg, and we've got a new cardinal to boot. So I think what I'll do as well is I will go and improve relations some more with Switzerland. Maybe we'll be able to integrate them. What is our diplomatic reputation currently? It's not all that bad, actually. It's minus 1.04, and that's mainly caused by the overextension. So we should be able to, as soon as we get enough improved relations with these guys. Of course, they don't like the unlawful territory either, but that is burning away. So we'll just go ahead and keep improving relations. We should be able to soak Switzerland in, hopefully. So we'll keep doing that. The colonists are all busy working. What are the... Oh, yeah, these are the heavies now. The heavies are starting to pop. So let's go ahead and move the heavies into Normandy. And we'll start to group them all up and mothball them. Just so it'll save us a little bit of money. What is our maximum naval force limit? 151. We need 75% of that. So it's going to be about what, 85, 90, something like that. So let's go ahead and... No, I don't want the army. I want the navy. We don't want that one. All the rest of them are going to be grouped together and mothballed, and then we should be able to group them all together like that. That's fine. The other ones will take a little bit longer to complete, and we'll need at least a bit of a transport fleet as well, and we'll need some more light ships for the merchant fleet, so we'll definitely do that. What I might do then is, what did I say it was? 150. We'll knock off the 1 and say it's 150. So we'll have 100 ships, 100 light ships, 20 heavies, and 30 transports. Seems like a decent number. And then if we start building docks and shipyards and things, we'll increase the amount we're allowed to have. Rebel Uprising is still 1.9 years away. That overextension is almost gone away. Gelra's now entered the coalition against us, which is a little bit of a pain. 4th of October, 1590, August, September. Yeah, so 2 months and some of it will go away. Comets look brilliant. These are the events I hate. 5 options, and all of them lose me a stability. Thanks a lot, game. I would like to go in and increase it. I will do it, but I'm not going to do it at the moment because we're overextended. We'll wait until the overextension goes away. Just keep my eye on these now, because obviously we do have slightly more national unrest now. They're still not going to proc for like 1.8 years, so we should still be fine. So, nearly 100% done on Alsace. Call to arms by Brandenburg. Fantastic. Let's pause. Alsace is done. Military leader has died. That's fine. So the nation of Brandenburg, our faithful allies, requesting that we come to their aid in the Brandenburgian conquest of Arnsbach against Munster. This is a war they have started. Munster is allied with the Commonwealth and Aschen, and we join as a regular ally. Well, come to their aid in the conquest against Munster. And this is a war they have started. Munster is allied with the Commonwealth and Aschen. Now, I don't want to fall out with Brandenburg because they could be a really, really useful ally. But at the same time, I think the Commonwealth is a hell of a lot more scary to Austria and the HRE. And I'm going to decline this. I don't really want to have to lose the prestige. And I don't want to fall out with Brandenburg. But at the same time, I can't afford to fall out with the Commonwealth either. That's going to mean that Brandenburg really don't like me at the moment. And it's going to be difficult to fix things with them. But we should be able to... I mean, they may even coalition me now because they don't like me. That will also break the alliance as well by not accepting that. So it was a risky thing to do, but I think at the same time it needed to be done. Let's go ahead and just get you guys all grouped up there. So you do have to pick your battles. You also have to pick your friends. That overextension should have all but gone away. 4th of February. So another couple of months. I don't think we have anything that's due to pop before then. And indeed we do not. So boosting the stability would cost us 114. We're 12% overextended. Switzerland, we will maintain the diplomat for now. We'll wait until till February, when that's been annexed. The religion in Calais has converted to Protestant. This is the result of a centre of Reformation in Gwynedd. Where's Gwynedd? Calais. Oh, is that in Wales? So there's a centre of Reformation here. We can see it on the religious map mode. There. And that's making Protestantism spread. Which is potentially problematic. Although... yeah, the Commonwealth is still Catholic. If a lot of places go Protestant, we might flip over as well. But for the time being, we'll still do everything we can to try and fight off the Protestantism. But I think at some point it's going to cause us a few issues. So again, another annoying event. We can either lose 100 ducats and Aragon will be the seat of a new cardinal. Barcelona will no longer be the seat of a cardinal. And there's a 50% chance that Castile gain a diplomatic insult against us. Either way, Castile's opinion of us will change by -30, or we can gain a spy master. Am I bothered about getting the cardinal? No, we'll gain the spy master. Not bothered about the cardinal, and the reason I say that is, as I've said before, it's pretty hard to become the Pope these days anyway, and if we do end up having to change our religion, it's not going to matter one way or another. So we should now have got rid of all of the overextension. And indeed we have. So we have minus in the national unrest. 1.5 years still for these guys. Alsace is still having some issues here. Alsace, well, we could go ahead and increase the autonomy. Because the unrest is like 20.5% here. Most of that is caused by nationalism, some by unlawful territory. Let's go ahead and increase the autonomy. That reduces it a little bit. It doesn't help all that much. But it should certainly slow it down. Progress until the next uprising. Protestant zealots to convert France. Where are you trying to pop in? Picardy and Calais, mainly. We've converted the heretics of Normandy. We'll go for Picardy then. We've already got some... Have we not got anyone in Calais? No, you can move into there. We'll also move some men in... Where's all my armies gone? Oh, you're standing around there like idiots getting attrition. You move into Picardy. You move down over here somewhere. Hadn't realised all this time those guys had just been sitting there attritioning away. No wonder I'm not making any money. Oh, well, we'll just take that one again. Grain will be produced. Armies arrived in Calais. Got another heavy there that we can move into Normandy. Got the rest of the heavies. I think most of these heavies are now done. So this will be the 20 heavies once they all finish and arrive. So let's just wait for all those other ships to get there. There we go. So let's select them all up. We'll unselect the 15 that are already there. Group the rest together. Mothball them up. And we'll just group them together. There we go. So we have 20 heavies. Now let us go and upgrade the rest of our trade fleet. So what we'll do here, there's a handy little button for ships, which is detach obsolete. So this will detach all of the obsolete ships. These are all the early frigates. The other... So one lot will be early frigates. Which one is it? So this one is all of the caravels, and the other one's all the early frigates. I can't remember which ones are the current ones now because my brain is fried. Let's go to the tech. Current ship types is early frigate. So we want to take the ones that aren't the early frigates, the caravels. These ones are going to go down to Normandy. And we won't do what we did last time and have half the fleet just sitting there. In fact, the other half of the fleet is still protecting trade, so that is fine. Tobacco will be produced. People arriving where they should be. How are these rebel uprisings going? 2.6 years. Still potentially problematic. Most of these shouldn't be too bad. Picardy is still going to be a problem, even though we've got some units in there. We could go ahead and give you a little bit more autonomy. But there again, it's mainly because we're doing a religious conversion there. It'll be hard to stay on top of it whenever there's a centre of reformation. It's not as bad as the time I played as France when the centre of reformation ended up being in Ile-de-France. That made things quite messy. And another colony has become self-sustaining. So before we end the video, we'll just go ahead and queue up that next colony. Looks like Castile haven't really decided to spread out, but we have an awful lot now of the... east coast of the United States. England are blobbing out a little bit, but we should be able to deal with them when the time comes. But that is well over the 20-minute mark, and therefore all we have time for. I hope you guys are still enjoying Europa Universalis IV, and I'll see you on the next video. So, until then, goodbye for now.